Well, when I was probably about 13 or 14, I discovered there was this thing called a wildlife biologist, and you could get paid to run around outdoors. And I grew up hunting and fishing like a lot of folks with my father and grandfather, and so I had a love of the outdoors, and I always had an interest in science, and wildlife management just kind of seemed to fit all my goals and put it all together. And thought, nah, man, nothing to be better than not having to wear a suit and work in an office. So I'm a senior wildlife biologist with Plateau Land and Wildlife Management. We're a private wildlife management consulting firm, and we work almost exclusively with individual private landowners, helping them make decisions and manage their properties. In about the mid-90s, the people of the state of Texas decided that there should be some property tax benefits for land that's managed for wildlife. It's an incentive to private landowners to perform wildlife management on their land. We got lots of open space land in the state. The vast majority of it, 90+% is privately owned, and it's a way to incentivize landowners to do good things for wildlife on their property. And that's really why we're in business. We help bring that incentive to folks. We do pretty much anything that a landowner might need to do, a rural landowner might need to do on their property, providing advice and recommendations on managing the property for land health and wildlife. Install nest boxes, feeders, all the way up to building ponds, riparian projects, fencing, major construction projects. We do it all. This property is more typical for us in that the landowners themselves do virtually everything, and we just provide the advice and the recommendations. And if they have a question about how to best approach something from a land health and wildlife perspective, they give me a call, and we kind of go through the steps and talk about what the best choices are, and they put it into action. Our end goal is the same as anybody else in the profession, and that is to encourage good, sound land management practices, good wildlife management, but the incentive that we use is that property tax incentive, that property tax break that landowners get for doing these things on their property. And that's what our founders really had in mind, is they wanted to show that this could be done in the private sector and in a for-profit business, but with the same end goal of providing good advice and encouraging people to do good quality wildlife management and land management.